Appreciate it.
Good morning. What a beautiful day, isn't it?
Let me know when you're ready to see.
Oh, I'm ready.
Mr. Parker, good morning.
How are you?
Connect your audio, sir. I can't hear you.
All right. Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you now. Good morning.
Okay.
Are you here on Gibson?
Yes, I am. Mr. Gibson's on the screen now.
Okay, we're ready on Gibson.
Calling case number 240558301, people of the state of Michigan versus Manu Gibson. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 2, domestic violence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor, and to your staff. Dinah Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
Good morning. James Parker on behalf of Mr. Gibson. My P number is 53832.
Mr. Gibson, unmute yourself and tell us your name, sir.
Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Gibson? Gotta hit.
Okay.
You're all set.
My new, excuse me, my new Mark Gibson.
Your Honor,
All right.
we'd like to set this for a preliminary examination, please.
The court will continue to plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination. How is March 13th at 9:45?
At the 13th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, at what time now?
9:45.
9:45? Okay, we could do that.
March 13th, 9:45. Bond will be continued.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're
Mr.
finished,
James,
Mr. Gibson. I'll give you a call. You can
Okay.
sign off.
Thank you.
Everybody have a good day.
Y'all
Thanks.
work smart, and I heard.
Ms. James,
Yes, Your Honor.
good morning. What can I do for you?
Judge, we have the competency on Mr. Alice Sabosun.
Again? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that you, Ms. Wilmot?
Good morning, Judge. Happy birthday. Yes,
Thank
it is
you.
me.
Okay. Ready on how it's in Boston.
Calling case number 2206005701, people of the state of Michigan versus Ibrahim Overton Lawson. Defendant is charged in counts 1 through 3, criminal sexual conduct, first degree.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Wilmeth, P82085, appearing on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Nicole James, appearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, he is at the forensic center receiving treatment, so I would ask to waive his presence for the purpose of this hearing.
The court await the defendant's presence. Have you heard anything about the status of Mr. Olatunbasa?
Yes, Your Honor, there was a report that was issued that indicates that he continues to be incompetent.
Stipulating to that report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, the people would stipulate to that report. This particular report, based on the status of Mr. Olatunbasa, it looks like they're going to do another updated report soon. They opine that they're not actually sure at this point, based on his current status, if he will be able to regain competency, but they didn't say that he couldn't. So we would ask the court to continue the order of incompetency with the necessary treatment. Maybe schedule this for a follow-up in 30 days. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the original competency order. So we actually only have 3 months left on the time clock.
Do you anticipate we're going to get something in 1 month?
Well, I'm going to follow up. You know, typically when we start getting so close to that statutory period, I do like to loop in our civil commitment team. So I would follow up before our next hearing to see if we have a updated, you know, status of Mr. Olatunbasa.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I will adjourn the competency hearing to March 28th at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good one. Happy birthday.
Thank you, appreciate that.
I hope you have a great birthday, Judge, and everyone have a good day.
It's off to a good start, thank you.
Good.
Ms. Brush.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Anthony Banks in custody. If I could get a breakout room with him before calling the case.
Calling case number 2106274401 before the state Michigan versus Anthony Banks. Defendant is charged in counts 1 and 2, harmful devices, unlawful possession for use. Count 3, assault with a dangerous weapon.
Appearances for the record, please.
Diana Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Summers Brush, P number 85828, on behalf of Anthony Banks.
And you wanted to go into a breakout room with Mr. Banks. Is Mr. Banks here? Is that him in the county jail?
I'm not sure. Is that him in the county jail?
What's your name, sir, in the Wayne County Jail?
Dwight Golden.
White Golden. All right.
Okay.
Is he in the jail, Ms. Brush?
Yes, he's awaiting on a tether placement based on.
Mr. Golden, can you get the deputy for me, please?
Good morning, Your Honor, court.
Morning, sir. Do you have an Anthony Banks for me?
He should be zooming in from Division 2, Your Honor.
Okay. The Division 2 is not here yet, Ms. Brush.
Okay, if it's all right with the court, I'll just wait around a little bit until they appear.
Okay, make yourself comfortable. We constantly see counsel.
Thank you.
Mr. Sullivan, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
I can barely hear you, Mr. Sullivan. Turn your volume up. Who are you here for, sir?
Angelo Norman, is my volume better now?
Is that the guy who capious and supposed to be here? He's in Wisconsin?
He's in Wisconsin, Judge. We have a waiver that we submitted, I think on Monday. So when we last addressed on this, Your Honor was comfortable with accepting a waiver by Zoom.
Where is he?
He is in the waiting room.
I'm sorry, he's what?
He's in the waiting room.
That you, Mr. Norman?
Yes.
Okay. I'm in a good mood today. Yes.
Calling case number 2405-539-701 was Michigan versus Angelo Norman. Defendant is charged in counts 1 and 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Count 3, criminal sexual conduct, 1 to 3. Counts 4 and 5, assault or assault and battery.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dinah Lynch standing in on behalf of the prosecuting attorney Carolyn Solieri. My key number is 84589.
And good morning, Judge, Neighborhood Defender Service by Andrew Sullivan, P84261. Here on behalf of Angelo Norman, who's present here on Zoom. Mr. Norman, can you introduce yourself to the court?
Name's Angelo Norman.
Okay, what's your pleasure, counsel?
Yes, Judge, we submitted a waiver of the preliminary exam signed by myself and Mr. Norman and the special prosecutor on this case, Ms. Solari. I believe your clerk is in receipt of that. And so we're here on Zoom to enter that into the file here.
That was a good save and fast thinking on your part, Mr. Sully, because I ordered Mr. Norman to be here, given that he capious at his last exam after the court allowed him to go back to Wisconsin. Mr. Norman, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I didn't hear you, sir.
I do.
Thank you. You put your hand down. Sir, you understand you have a statutory right to have a preliminary examination. By waiving the same, that means you won't have one, and you'll be bound over to Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court as you stand charged with the complaint form. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand the nature and the purpose of the preliminary examination?
Yes.
You understand if you were to have one, the prosecution would have to establish that the crime you charged with was committed in the city of Detroit, that there's probably cause to believe you committed it.
Yes.
Is anyone forcing you to waive your right?
No.
Does anyone promise you anything?
No.
Are you waiving your right freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Any objections from the people?
None at all.
The court finds defendant's waiver is made knowingly and voluntarily freely given. The court will therefore bind the defendant over to Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court Criminal Division for further proceedings. Is arraignment on the information date and time will be March 13th, 2024 at 9:00 a.m. and bond will be continued.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Mr. Murad.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
I'm here today on behalf of Mr. Tah Al-Roim for our first probable cause conference.
Did you make a change? Because I'm looking at that background you have there.
Judge, I'm FD for life, but I have my own practice that we're operating and trying to grow.
Very nice. Okay. We're ready on Al-Roim. So Al-Roim.
Okay. Case number 2405-581601. For the state of Michigan versus Tah Al-Roim. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 2, weapons felony firearm. Count 3, child abuse 4th degree.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dinah Lynch on behalf of the people. Key 84589.
And Ryan Murad, P83665, on behalf of Mr. Tah Al-Roim, who's present on Zoom. Mr. Al-Roim, state your name for the record, sir.
He hasn't connected his audio. I sent him a chat message. I don't know if he understands English,
Not the best. Judge, would the court be comfortable, I guess, waiving his appearance for today's hearing? I'll ultimately be asking the court to, thank you. Judge, I'm ultimately asking the court to adjourn the PCC for me to get discovery on this matter or set an exam. I just want to make sure I have all the discovery before we hold this exam.
This is your case, Ms. Lynch?
It is not, it's Jacobs, but I'll give it discovery to him.
Okay, what I'm gonna do then is I will adjourn the PCC because I'm gonna need a prosecutor here who's gonna actually do that case to make sure that they, I said it's a date that so we'll have to adjourn the PCC at least until the 11th. All right, I'm gonna adjourn. I'm gonna set this matter for preliminary examination on March 13th at 12 o'clock. I'm gambling that the AP will be available around noon. Hopefully, if he's in trial or something, that'll be during his lunch period. Does that day work for you, March 13th at 12 o'clock, Mr. Murad?
March 13th works perfect, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, March 13th at 12 o'clock, and then bound to continue.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yes. You need an Arabic interpreter, Mr. Murad?
Yes, Judge, please.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
Now I can hear.
Oh, I'm not sure if you can understand me, sir, but your next court date will be March 13th at 12 o'clock noon. Your attorney's gonna give you a call and go over things with you, okay? You're all set, bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it. This is.
Gibbs, 9 o'clock, Gibbs.
She said that she did. Good morning, Ms. Barnwell.
Good morning, Judge.
What can I do for you? You're here on Lackey?
Yes, I do. Yes, I am.
Okay, we're ready on Lackey.
Calling case number 2405-582001. People of the state of Michigan versus Ashad Lackey. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 2, domestic violence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dinah Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wendy Barnwell, P42505, on behalf of Mr. Lackey.
What's your pleasure, Ms. Barnwell?
We're requesting a preliminary exam, Judge.
The court will continue the plea of not guilty and set this matter for a preliminary examination on how is March 13th at 10:15.
It's a bad day because I have a jury trial on a baby death that starts on March 11th, scheduled for 3 weeks. She's been in jail for 4 years.
Okay. Scheduled for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's a baby death with a bunch of experts. 2 children are involved. The accusation are regard to 2 different children, one of whom is deceased. It's complex.
I don't know if you're going to be able to. I don't know if you're going to be able to do this case then.
Well, I could probably do it next week.
Of course, not available next week.
Or the court isn't.
No.
All right, so if you can give me the 3rd week, because my client is out on bond. If you could give me, because I'm thinking it should be 2.5, but we set it for 3 just in case. I'm thinking the 20th.
Is your client in jail or not?
No, he's out. He's out.
He's out? Okay.
Yeah, he's on bond. I spoke to him already. And he's actually on the Zoom. I saw him checked in, but I don't know if he's hearing this. March 27th, I'm available. I could be available like at noon.
I really don't want to put it that far out, Ms. Barnwell.
What about March 21st, Judge?
I can do March 20, well, that's my homicide day. Can you do the 20th or the 22nd?
I can do the 22nd at about noon.
Okay, let's say March 22nd at 12 o'clock noon. Bond will be continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Bond will be continued.
Thank you.
Yes. I have. Yes. Yes.
Y'all roasted in here. And you know, I'm always, oh, I can hear like, oh,
I had that effect.
You must.
Who do you hear on?
Beverly Jordan.
Jordan.
Oh, yeah, okay, I couldn't remember if it was. Real quick. Thank you very much. Hey, sir, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I have Mr. Gibbs.
Oh, that was my number.
Yeah, you got my message.
Uh-huh.
I said I'm working a little late.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready on Gibbs?
Yes, we are.
Calling case 2455696 before the state of Michigan versus Walter Gibbs. defendant is charged in count one assault with the dangerous weapon, count two domestic violence. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Diana Lynch on behalf of the people. P 84589.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good happy birthday, that case is on report, and that's false. P 63901, representing Mr. Walter Gibbs, who stands to my right.
Tell us your name for the record, sir.
Walter Gibbs.
There's a date, time, set for your examination. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, we are.
How many witnesses? Was it?
We have one.
The preliminary matters before you call your witness.
Done it on.
Okay, call your witness.
Your Honor, the people will call Barbara Gibbs.
Please step forward, give your name and spelling to the young lady seated over there. Please give her your name and spelling. Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? And please have a seat in the witness box right next to me. Are you able to get up there? No? Okay, let's make some different arrangements. Have you sit in a chair and we'll sit the microphone in your lap so we can hear you, okay? May begin when you're ready.
Good morning, ma'am. Would you state your name again and spell it for the record?
Barbara Gibbs.
Thank you. I'm going to be asking you some questions today, and if you don't understand anything I ask you, please just ask me to rephrase it or to restate it in a different way, and I'll be happy to do so. All right? And when you speak, you'll have to make verbal yes or no's. Shaking your head or just kind of doing this won't be sufficient for the court reporter to capture that, okay? Thank you. Do you remember what you were doing on February 9th, 2024?
The whole day or what?
Well, what brings you to court based on that date?
My husband had called me the night, and
All right, and what address were you at when that happened?
15 asked me.
And that's in Wayne County?
Yes,
And whose address is that?
that's all.
Do you know someone by the name of Walter Gibbs?
Yeah.
How do you know Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah.
And do you live with Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah.
Okay. And for identification purposes for the court, do you see Mr. Gibbs in the courtroom?
Yeah.
And could you point him out to the court and describe something he's wearing?
It's your last name.
Thank you very much. Your Honor, please let the record reflect that this witness is identified the defendant, Walter Gibbs.
So no.
Thank you. Did something happen on February 9th at that location between you and Mr. Gibbs?
Yeah.
Could you tell the court what happened?
She's like my niece and niece and nephew, and she called me and told me she was bringing some items by. So I said, okay, I will let Walter know so he can open the door and let y'all in. He told me.
And did she arrive to your house that day?
Yes.
And who answered the door?
I had to prove down the stairs, open the door, because he told me he wasn't doing it.
All right. So you opened the door and
They both came in and showed me what they had for me, and it was real heavy, both the boxes. And I couldn't move them, and I asked them real nicely, when he pushed them in the kitchen. And he said, hey, no, you do.
all right, and then what happened next?
I sat down in the dining room on the couch, and he was saying smart things to me, like get out of the dining room, and he had my little 5-year-old nephew sitting there, and I was talking to him, and he was making smart remarks. So I got up, go in the kitchen to cut on the stereo and sit in my walk and listen to some music. Less than 2 minutes, he walked in there, and he was saying, get out, get out, get out. You know, and then he walked up to me, he grabbed the knife, and he had me by my elbow like
So
this.
let's hold up right there. So he came up behind you or did he?
He came up behind me.
And you said he had a knife.
He grabbed the knife.
How would you know he had a knife if he was?
It was sitting on the kitchen counter where the dishes, silverware was drying off.
Okay.
And he came up to me and told me to get out the kitchen. And he kept saying, looking at me.
All right, so let's take a step back for a moment. You said he approached you from behind and he had.
Not from behind. I was sideways between the table and the kitchen counter with a stereo on top.
Okay, and then he approached you and he had a knife in his hand. What hand was the knife?
The left.
The left. And what did the knife look like? Can you describe it?
Silver.
Silver, what type of knife was it?
Like a steak knife.
A steak knife. So was the point rounded or what did the point look like?
Sharp.
Yeah, okay.
It was sharp.
And he came up to you with a knife and then what happened
He
next?
grabbed my arm right below the elbow. And he was pulling it real hard and squeezing it. Then he grabbed my wrist and he was bending my wrist to break it. I was screaming and hollering. And then he spit twice in my face.
All right, let's hang on there. So he grabbed your wrist. What did he do when he grabbed your wrist?
He was bending to break it.
In what way? How was he
He
trying?
had his whole right hand around my little wrist, bending it, twisting it, bending it back and twisting it.
I see. Thank you. Then what happened next?
I was right by the table. It's an end table that went in my dining room, and on top is the glass. He pushed me, and I went over sideways, and the glass shattered, and he jerked my whole wrist and arm back towards him. And then he took my walker and pushed it towards the refrigerator so I couldn't walk without it.
So you were knocked into a table. What's the size of this table? Is it a dining room table?
It was a living room table, but the dining room had living room furniture in it. He took the table, he put one in the basement and one in the kitchen. Why in the kitchen, I don't know.
And when he knocked you into it, you said the glass broke. What do you mean the
I
glass
went
broke?
on the glass.
What is the, like a drinking glass or was the
No,
table glass
it's
top?
a square glass in the middle of the wooden table.
And did that glass shatter or break?
It shattered.
And did you sustain any injuries from that?
I had 2 bruises.
All right, where were the bruises?
Bruises right here, a bruise
On your
right
arm?
here, on my arm, right below where he grabbed it at first, and I guess from the impact, it was bruised up here by the shoulder.
When you fell on to the table or when you went to the table, how did you land on the table or whatever?
I ran left to my left on the table.
On your side?
Yeah, you could say on my side, and he jerked my wrist and arm back towards him.
All right. Did you sustained any other injuries besides the bruising?
No,
Were you cut with a knife?
no.
What happened with the knife? He had his knife in the hand,
He threw it, wherever he threw it, I don't know.
so you were not.
But it
cut
was
with
in
it.
the kitchen.
Did he say anything to you when he was doing this?
When I went back in, when I got my walker, I went back in the dining room, sat down and asked my nephew to go get the phone. He told me to call the police on his phone, he told me he was giving me a DA thing. And he went upstairs. No, when I got up to go in the dining room, he took the lamp and pushed the lamp towards me, and the lamp fell over where my little nephew was and where he was sitting at. It didn't come towards me, but when he pushed it, it went over.
And what happened to the lamp when it went over?
The top of it bent, but it was bent back in place.
Okay, how did this make you feel when this occurred?
I don't trust him. He's very violent, verbally and mentally. He's violent.
He's verbally and mentally violent. And is there any other thing,
He did it a year and a half prior to
and let's just state for specific purposes, we'll keep it to what happened at the state, okay? So, were you afraid at all?
Yeah.
How were you afraid? Can you tell me how that makes you feel?
I just didn't go downstairs. I hadn't been around him and my daughter when they were downstairs, because he kept telling me when the right time comes, he's gonna do me. And then he was telling her to abuse me verbally and physically. And the same week, this Friday of the night that happened, that Tuesday was the 6th. I went into the kitchen. My daughter and Walter followed me in there. He told her to do what she got to do. She went to push me in the walker on the kitchen floor. And I hollered and screamed at her. She went to grab my cell phone to throw it, and Walter stood there and told her to do what she got to do.
On the 9th, did you call 911?
Yeah,
And did you seek medical attention on that date?
no, I took care of my business myself.
And how were you able to do that?
I put an ice pack in my arm and shoulder, clear store, and I did everybody. I couldn't use the arm for about a week and a half.
Okay. Thank you very much. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examine.
Good morning, Ms. Gibbs. You and Mr. Gibbs have been living separately in the same house, is that correct?
No.
So, okay. You indicated that someone was bringing some items to the house, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that you asked Mr. Gibbs to get the items for you, is that correct?
No, I asked them to hold the kitchen.
Hold them in the kitchen for you, okay, I'm sorry. And when he told you he wasn't doing that, you were pissed off, weren't you?
No,
Oh, you were happy that he said he wasn't gonna do it?
I wasn't happy. I just asked him to put them in.
And he said no.
He said, H, no.
He said H no. Now, when that occurred, Ms. Gibbs, how did that make you feel when he told you no?
I didn't respond back.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the incident that occurred, that you said occurred in the kitchen. You indicated that Mr. Gibbs was standing behind you. You were already in the kitchen. No, he was standing silent. Is that correct?
No, I went in the kitchen and he came in there within 2 minutes and was telling me to get out of the kitchen.
Okay. So when he grabbed the knife, where were you?
In the kitchen.
Where in the kitchen?
It's like I said with the prosecutor, at the countertop where the steering was and between the table.
Did you have your walker? Were you sitting down?
I had the walker on the side of me. I got up to put the station on. He came in and kept telling me to get the so-and-so out to get it.
So, you said that you want us to believe that Mr. Gibbs attacked you with the knife, threw you on the table, glass broke.
I didn't
And then
say
he
throw
hit
me
you.
on the table. I said he.
No, I'm asking you the question. Okay, so he hit you with the knife, pushed you the glass table, and hit you with a lamp. Did you spit at Mr. Gibbs?
No.
You didn't spit at him?
He's.
Aren't you mad at Mr. Gibbs because he told you that, listen, we're living separately and I'm getting a divorce?
No,
Miss Gibbs, let me ask you this. Did you have a doctor recently, indicate that you are legally incapacitated?
No.
Your Honor, objection.
No. That's what my lying husband is telling you.
You don't have a matter in probate court?
What? Do I have a matter in probate court?
I retract it. Ms. Gibbs, you said that you sustained bruises on your wrist.
I had a bruise on my wrist, like I said, and a bruise on my upper arm by my shoulder.
Okay.
But the impact of Mr. Gibbs grabbing me with this strap and telling me to get the so-and-so out after he spit in my face twice.
Okay.
You don't know him.
So, Ms. Gibbs, he did all of that and you refused attention from, medical attention?
I didn't go to no emergency for no bruise.
Okay.
My eye wasn't
All right,
broken.
let me ask you this. Whose phone did you use to call the police?
My cell phone, when I went up the stairs and he was getting
How did
ready.
you get up the stairs?
I screwed it back up.
Okay, so you scooted back up. So you scooted downstairs to get into the kitchen. You were sitting at the counter after he attacked you with the knife and there's.
Back up. I didn't say I was sitting there.
Well, after he pulled the knife, and after that, there was an incident with the glass table, there was a lamp, and he hit you with the lamp, and he spat at you. Then you said that you scooped back upstairs?
I didn't say that.
You were, how
I
did you
said
get
I came out,
upstairs?
get the story together, okay? I ain't
I'm
got to
asking
lie.
you your story.
I ain't got to lie. You represent a domestic violent man.
And you're
sit
very,
back and
and you're
threaten
very
this
upset.
able wife.
Ms. Gibbs, and you're
And
very.
if I got a matter in court, in probate court, you prove it.
Ms. Gibbs, and you're very upset.
I'm not upset.
You up.
Your job is to make me upset. I'm not upset.
Objection.
Argumentative.
Argumentative.
Thank you. So, Ms. Gibbs, you said that Mr. Gibbs hit your arm? Hit your wrist.
He bent my wrist and arm and was twisting it to break it. And when he pushed me, he yanked me back from going through the broken glass that I broke when he pushed me on.
All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Can you redirect?
Your Honor, can I approach you?
This Gibbs.
No, ma'am.
But she's
Ms. Gibbs,
taking
Ms.
my
Gibbs,
daughter.
Ms.
My
Gibbs,
daughter
please
is trying to
only
walk.
speak,
She's been
Ms.
talking
Gibbs.
to my
Please.
daughter.
Only speak when you're asked a question, all right, madam?
No, the same to you.
Madam.
She don't buck her eyes at me.
Madam.
She don't know my husband.
Madam, I'm asking you to only speak when you're asked a question. Ms. Gibbs, look at me. Mrs. Gibbs, please. This is not helping for you to interrupt. Your Honor, I have no redirect at this time.
So, Ms. Gibbs,
Yeah.
you said that he hit you with a lamp.
He pushed the lamp to hit me as I was walking out the dining
Did
room.
the lamp hit you?
No, it missed. It went over towards him. He
How
pushed
did
in
you
it
fall into the glass table?
in the kitchen when he pushed me. And
Pushed
he,
you?
yeah,
Were you in the walker?
no, the wall was on the side of me.
Where were you?
And that's what, wait a minute, he took it and pushed it towards the refrigerator. I was standing between the table
So
and
you
the,
were standing up?
yeah, just for a minute, so
Okay.
I could put the channel on.
And
I
you
was-
say he pushed you?
Yeah, he grabbed first, he didn't push me, he spit in my face twice. He grabbed the knife and he grabbed my arm like this, squeezing it and twisting it. Then he moved his hand down to my wrist and was twisting it and bending my wrist.
Alright. Did you fall into the table?
He pushed me into the table.
Pushed you into
I
the
went
table.
on my left side and when he heard the glass crack, cause there was a weight on there that he left. he yanked me back towards him.
Okay, so the glass broke,
Yes,
it shattered,
it shattered.
did you get cut with the glass?
No,
So after that, you were able to crawl back upstairs?
I sat in the dining room for about 10 minutes, and I asked my nephew to go get my phone so I can call the police. He told my nephew to do
Did you
nothing.
receive any injuries from this?
I had 2 bruises, but I put
Did
ice
anybody
pack
take
on.
pictures of those bruises?
No, I didn't.
What did you do for the bruises? If any?
I put ice pack on them and, some cream on it.
After you fell into the table and broke the table, what if anything?
I didn't. He pushed me into the glass.
Okay,
I didn't go through it, but my body on the left side was shattered.
I see. What did you do after that?
He walked out the dining room and went in there with my little nephew. And I sat in the
How old was
couch.
your nephew?
5,
Five.
5. And he's scared of Walt. I heard Walt on different occasions that he tell him, if you tell your mom or anybody I told you not to do nothing for Auntie Bobby, you can't come back home.
Any questions based on my question?
No.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You're all set. Okay.
Okay.
Any other witnesses for the people?
No, Your Honor, Your Honor.
Any witnesses for the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people moved to bind over the defendant to the third district court with your argument.
Third Circuit Court?
Third circuit court, yes, sorry.
Defense?
Your Honor, I asked that this matter not be bound over to Third Circuit Court. Her testimony today where the alleged victim indicated that she was, a knife was pulled on her, that she was pushed into the glass broke, and she sustained bruises as a result of the altercation. Your Honor, I find that her testimony was incredible. For all of that to have been done and for her to not, to only sustain bruises, allegedly, she did take pictures of it. We don't have proof that that in fact is what happened. And as a matter of fact, we don't even know whether or not she really sustained the bruises. So, Your Honor, I'm asking that this matter not be bound up. Thank you.
So tell me why this would be a question that can be determined by a trial.
Your Honor, I cannot answer that. Sorry.
Precisely my point. It is a question of fact to be determined by a trial. In fact, I didn't find anything inherently incredible about Ms. Gibbs' testimony. A trial fact could find that her testimony is believable. A trial fact could find that there's some issues with her testimony. As such, that's a question of fact to be determined by a trial fact. Therefore, binding within the over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court Criminal Division for proceedings. Is arraignment on the information date and time will be March 13th, 2024 at 9:00 a.m. I'll be continued.
Your Honor, the people would request that the defendant and any people associated with the defendant have no contact with them.
Your Honor,
Is that already in place?
that is already in place. But Your Honor, as to the issue of Mr. Gibbs is living with relatives out of West Bloomfield. He's tethered to the home. One of the relatives has cancer, and he wants to be able to assist in taking care of his relative in terms of being able to help him go to his doctor's appointment. He is married, but his wife is in telehealth as well. And so
How is he getting to the doctor's appointment?
he's been using their car.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'm just asking that he be allowed to be able to help transport his relative back and forth to the hospital for treatment.
What's your position?
Right.
What's actually the prosecutor? What's your position?
Your Honor, we would leave it up to the discretion of the court.
Right, so long as these doctor's appointments are verified and have no issue with that.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Send over a proposal order to that.
I'm sorry.
Give me a proposal order to that.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Beverly Jordan.
Please be transferred from Judge Temple.
Where's Ms. Jordan?
She says she's on Zoom.
Yeah, I just found out today she was on Zoom. She wouldn't be here, but I heard that her car broke down or something.
You said 370.
Yeah.
So that's her.
Don't want to drag it through the mud.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Ms. Jordan, why aren't you in court?
Yes, I'm here. This is Miss Jordan.
I'm asking you, why aren't you in court physically?
The car broke down. I'm here stranded right now.
What time can you get here?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get a ride.
Okay, let me call. Calling case 2455492, State of Michigan versus Beverly Jordan. Defendant is charged in count 1 assault with a dangerous weapon, count 2 domestic violence. Appearances for the record, please.
Dinah Lynch, good morning, Your Honor. Dinah Lynch, on behalf of the people, P 84589.
And good morning, Your Honor. Melanie Banks, 76080, here on behalf of Beverly Jordan. Your Honor, today is the day it's time to set up the preliminary exam. Ms. Jordan will be here in person today because I did speak with her. She just zoomed in today and notified the court that her car has broken down and she's stranded. So I'm not sure how the court would like to proceed today. I'm not sure if we have a complaint.
Ms. Jordan, tell me your name for the record.
Beverly Jordan.
And you don't know how to zoom in because you came in on the cell phone and I can't see you.
Well, with this bomber phone, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's a low quality phone. I don't know if it supports the camera with Zoom, but I couldn't get in last time I had a court date. And I was on there.
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed with prosecution of the defendant as the defending witness is not present.
Neither is the defendant.
Your Honor, can I request that her presence be considered here today? I do recognize her voice and her video is not engaged because we have had several communications.
That she came is back on February 12th. Why was that?
I would have to refresh my notes.
Why did you miss your court date, ma'am? Back on February 12th.
This bomber phone, I had an alarm set on it and it didn't go off and I ended up oversleeping.
Sounds like you need to get another phone.
I was supposed to be getting another phone. My money was stolen out of my bank account and then I got Social Security. I have to go up there with my ID and they have to issue my Social Security benefits back out. I didn't get my benefits for February or March. Not yet for March anyway, but I didn't get my income in for February. They told me because I have changed the address and everything, I have to come and appear and show my ID.
All right, so it sounds like you have problems getting to court due to transportation and other issues, financial issues in your life. All right. Court is going to grant your motion to dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Thank you.
Just move the dismissal order. Mr. Johnson, Bert Johnson. Sure. And Ms. Cross came in first.
I did. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Ms. Lynch.
That's right.
Okay, so there's being transferred.
Yes, I just received notice about it. Yes.
You get ready to call.
I'm ready. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Langston. Calling case number 2405567401. State Michigan versus Jacob Langston. Defendant is charged in count 1, weapons firearm possession of felon. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 3, weapons felon firearm. Count 4, domestic violence. Defendant has a offended third offense.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Diana Lynch on behalf of the people. P 84589.
Here, Jesus, Honorable Mary Young, on behalf of Mr. Langston, standing to my left.
Tell me your name for the record, sir. What's your pleasure, counsel?
Your Honor, we just left Judge Giles' courtroom. I have just received videos, both body cams as well as portrait videos of 2 residents at the time of the alleged crime. And we received that this morning, resting for a very brief adjournment so that I tried to download them. As a matter of fact, they're downloading now, but they're taking an extensive amount of time.
All right, because your client has a 6th Amendment right to counsel, he has a right to effective counsel. In order for you to be effective, you have to understand what you're doing.
I appreciate
So the court will grant an adjournment. It won't be next week, though, it'll be the week after. March 13th at 10:15.
At 10:15, that is fine.
13th at 10:15, bond will be continued.
Thank you so much, Ron. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Wait. Ready?
That's what.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Birthday,
Thank you, guys.
She's not patient. Thank you so much. We don't have any. Thank you.
Cody Sloan.
I believe Ms. Rozak is talking to her complaining witness.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here for PCC too.
Yes, Leonard Wilson, he's got 2 cases. We're just gonna set them for exam.
All right.
Hey.
So very nice to meet you. Going down. There's something. Thank you so much.
This one is other than this one.
Yes.
The other than the paperwork. Attorney, get that.
I can't find the waiver form in here, Judge. Huh?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Your case has been dismissed. Have a good day.
Oh, thank you so much.
I missed. Thank you, Judge. All right, we're in business.
Mr. Kehoe, Ms. Ripley, what can I do for you guys?
Judge, I apologize. I got an email from Miss Reynolds this morning about doing a competency hearing today, and I just joined.
On Sierra Jones? Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Bird Johnson hasn't shown up yet. Ms. Birchback, give me a second, I'll check on the prisoner for you, okay?
Good morning. Sorry, Judge, I didn't hear that.
I said, give me a second, I'm gonna check on that prisoner for you, okay?
Okay, and I'm here for Mr. Golden.
Right.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on a competency hearing for Spencer, Calvin Spencer. I know Mr. Schlaff was here. I don't know where he went.
He's gone.
Any idea when we get actually?
Yeah, no.
There was a defense bar, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll try to go get Miss Rozak.
Oh. So I can get you guys a date. Okay. Okay, Susan. Mr. Kehoe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Judge.
So Mr. Johnson is finishing up with another judge. He should be here shortly. Did you get the report?
I received a copy from Miss Reynolds yesterday. Yes, Judge.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right. Come on in, Ms. Rosette.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Calling case 2-3. Oh, we need Mr. Sloan. Calling case 2-3-59953, people of the state of Michigan versus Cody Sloan. Defendant is charged in count 1, criminal sexual conduct, first degree, multiple variables. Count 2, criminal sexual conduct, first degree, multiple variables. Count 3, criminal sexual conduct, first degree, multiple variables. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elena Rozak on behalf of the people, P78815. Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Kraus, P81830. I am standing in for the attorney of record, Gabi Silver, for Cody Sloan, who's present to my left. Mr. Sloan, can you state your name for the judge, please?
Cody Sloan. What's your pleasure, please?
Your Honor, at this time, it's my understanding that the complaining witness is present. We are going to waive this examination. Mr. Sloan understands his rights and understands he will proceed further as circuit court.
Mr. Sloan, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank you, sir. You understand you have a statutory right to have a preliminary examination by waiving the same. That means you won't have one, and you'll be bound over to Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court as you stay in charge of the complaint form. You understand that? You understand the nature and the purpose of a preliminary examination? Yes. You understand if you were to have one, the prosecution would have to establish that the crime you're charged with was committed in the city of Detroit that was probably caused to be committed. Is anyone forcing you to waive your right? Is anyone promising you? Are you waiving your right freely and voluntarily? Yes. Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor.
The court finds defendant's waiver is made knowingly and voluntarily freely given. The court will therefore bind the defendant over to Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court. Criminal Division for proceedings. His arraignment on the information date and time will be March 6, 2024 at 9 o'clock a.m.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, let's do your.
Okay.
Ms. Lynch, I think this is yours, Wilson.
Calling case number 2405-582601. People of the state of Michigan versus Leonard Wilson. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with intent to degrade bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, domestic violence. Defendant also has case number 2405-581901. Defendant is charged in count 1, home invasion, first degree. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 3, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 4 and 5 and 6, weapons felony firearms. Count 7, interfering with crime report.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dinah Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
And good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Kraus, P81830. I am here on behalf of Leonard Wilson as to both matters. I do believe he is ran by screen via the Wayne County Jail.
Listen, tell me your name for the record, sir. I don't think that's it.
Well, I do know he's in custody, Judge, so for purposes of this, I will waive his presence.
The court will waive the defendant's presence. What's your pleasure?
Your Honor, I would like to accept her exam as to both matters. I would also request some additional.
The court will continue to plead not guilty and set both matters for preliminary examination. House March 13th at 1:30.
That works for the people.
That does work for defense as well.
March 13th at 1:30. We continue.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'll double check. I'll check.
All right, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Kehoe, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, we're ready on Jones.
Calling case number 2305-683101, people of the state of Michigan versus Sierra Jones. Defendant is charged in count 1, homicide, murder versus premeditated.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning,
Morning, Your Honor.
Honor.
My name is James Keough, and my P number is 82812 on behalf of people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Bertram Johnson appearing on behalf of Sierra Marie Jones, P46646. And I think we waived the presence of Miss Jones unless she's present, Judge.
The court will waive the defendant's presence. Today's the day time set for a competency hearing. We do have a report back from the forensic center deeming Ms. Jones competent to stand trial. Are you willing to stipulate to those findings, Mr. Johnson?
So stipulate for purposes of this hearing, Judge.
Mr. Kehoe?
I stipulate as well, Judge.
Okay, the court makes a finding that the defendant is competent to stand trial. What's your question, Mr. Johnson?
Judge, can we keep the March 18th date for the preliminary exam? That was our next scheduled date.
That's a little far out, Mr. Johnson. Can we bring it a little closer in time?
Okay.
I was perhaps. Oh. How many witnesses do you have, Mr. Kehoe?
I think it would be 2 to 3, Judge.
What about the 13th, Judge?
It has to be on one of my homicide days, which is on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
How many witnesses, Mr. Kehoe?
I think it should be 2 or 3, Judge.
What about the 14th?
I can do the 14th at 11:30.
That's fine, Judge.
Judge, I have a hearing that's supposed to start at 11. Could we do either the 10 or 1:30 that day, Judge?
I have something scheduled at what time?
If I'm a little bit late, would that be okay, Judge? I don't know exactly how long that's going to take.
Probably not. What about the 12th at 1:30?
That's free for me, Judge.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it, Judge. I have a federal court thing scheduled at 2, but I think that's gonna change. So we can do that.
Okay, March 12th at 1:30, and bond will be continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, if there's a real problem with that time and I find out that the feds are not gonna change that date, I'll let the court know ahead of time.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Take care.
Thank you.
Happy birthday week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
It's your birthday, Judge?
It is today.
Oh, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right. Enjoy your day.
Officers, can we call over to the county and see what's going on with Mr. Golden? Golden, White Golden.
Your Honor, is he not present on the Zoom right there?
Oh, that's Mr. Golden there?
Yes,
I'm
I wasn't
sorry.
sure what Your Honor was saying when you said you were going to check in. I couldn't quite hear you, but he's on the Zoom.
Okay, so we're ready on those.
All right. Case number 2405-581701, people in the state of Michigan versus Dwight Golden Jr. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with intent to do rape bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, domestic violence. Defendant has a third defense notice and a habitual offender. Fourth defense notice, mandatory 25-year sentence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dinah Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
And good morning, Charlotte Birchbeck from the Neighborhood Defender Service, P number 86740, on behalf of Mr. Golden, who's present on the Zoom at the jail. Mr. Golden, I'm not sure if you can unmute, but if you can, could you unmute and say your name for the record?
Dwight Golden.
What's your pleasure, Ms. Birchback?
We are still missing digital discovery. However, we're ready to set this case for an exam.
Okay, how's March 11th at 1:30?
We've indulgence, Your Honor. That should be fine. I would also ask to be heard on bond on this matter. Your Honor, Mr. Golden is, sorry, let me just look over this really quick. This case involves the mother of Mr. Golden's child. He does not live with her and has an alternate address to go to. He would live with his sister. That is where he typically lives. So he does not always live with his child's mother and would be able to stay away from her and could do tether at this other address with his sister. He is working at Forge Industrial, which is a staffing company, but he primarily does seats for Chrysler, for the car company. He's also in college. He's going to Full Sail University. He's within his first 6 months at Full Sail. He's actually 4 months into it. At the end of the 6 months, he then would do the next 2.5 years on campus in person. The first 6 months are virtual. If he misses much more school, it is very likely that he will be removed from the Full Sail University program that he's in, and he would be basically having to restart the entire program. So he does have a laptop that he does those classes on, which is at his sister's house. He is, I will say, on probation right now with Judge Kiefer Cox for possession of narcotics. On that case, he had an arraignment earlier this week, and I saw this morning on the docket that he was granted a personal bond for the probation matter and given a tether. So either way, he would be monitored on a tether, but I would ask Your Honor to consider lowering the bond significantly as he has no way of posting any bond. I would ask for a personal bond here and a tether because he has somewhere else to go and because he has this job and the school that he's doing, and that he would absolutely stay away from the complainant in this case for the pendency of this case.
The people will leave this up to their discretion of the court.
So this is the third domestic violence. We have the same complaint on the other two. Do we know?
Your Honor, I do just want to double check because of what I have. Those, when you say third domestic violence, do you mean arrest? You don't mean conviction. Is that correct?
No, he's charged as a habitual, he's charged as a third offense notice for domestic violence.
Understood.
Two of those cases, Your Honor, are with this victim.
Same victim?
Same victim. The one that's over there was.
All right. That appears to be somewhat of a problem. Defendant may not pose a flight risk, however, gives the court a pause as to whether or not he poses a danger to the complaining witness in this matter. In that there's been at least 2 other convictions for domestic violence.
And Your Honor, if I may just speak briefly on the fact that the tether would alleviate some of those concerns because he would have a restriction area and could not go where she lives.
That's unless you take the tether off. What I'll do is I'll refer to pretrial services for bond recommendations and see what they think about it. Bond will be continued at this time.
Thank you.
Understood. Mr. Golden, I'll come see you before that exam date on the 11th.
So we're down to 11. Unless Mr. Schlock comes to Spencer. Sir, you're all set.
I'm done. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. What's your name, sir?
Leonard Wilson.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, we did your case already, sir. Your next court date is March 13th at 1:30.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
I'm done.
Yes, sir. You're all set.
I have Byron Smith. You can set it for a case review. Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So that's all we have for you today.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Enjoy your birthday too.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Summers Rush.
Yeah, we did.
I think she has to come back, doesn't she?
Yes, she said. That's the banks. And I thought it was, well, can we check the county for banks and see what's going on with that?
Sir.
Said it was supposed to come from a different division.
Your Honor, he's at Division 2, they're bringing him up. Well, put him on video.
Yeah, it is here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my little buddy, yo. Oh my gosh, very nice. Very nice. What's up, guys?
Yeah, Judge, I just realized that the date that I took, I have a murder exam with you that morning, and I can't do both of them on that same day. So I was just thinking maybe we could do March the 7th.
Wait a minute. You have something with you that morning. Why can't you do them both?
Judge, that's too much for me. I mean, I'm not a young man like you anymore.
Oh, come on, Mr. Johnson. I learned from you.
It's too much, Judge. Just mixing. I mean, I gotta focus, you know. It's two different cases, major cases. I mean, you know, I've never done that before.
I'm not available that week, March 7th.
I was just trying to move it up to this. I don't think you have any other dates, Judge, based on what you told us earlier.
I have the 12th, 14th.
I think the prosecutor is not available on the, I'm available on the 14th.
I just can't do that 11:30 on the 14th was the issue.
Can you pull that 14th from the 10:30? Yes. And the only time I have available is that 11:30 on 14.
Mr. Kehoe.
Judge, I'll move things around. If that's the date we gotta do, I'll make it work.
That's okay. What about the 19th?
Judge, that's the problem I have because I'm supposed to be starting a trial the 18th. I should know Friday if it's pleading, but right now I can't guarantee it, Judge.
19th is good too.
If I could table it for a moment, Judge, I am talking to the attorney to see if we're resolving or not, but I don't know at this exact moment.
Okay. What day did you say this is coming back for competency hearing? Is it the 18th, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Judge. We had 18th scheduled at 8:30.
And that day works for you?
Yes.
Mr. Kehoe, can you do the 18th?
Well, that's the same day as that trial, Judge, so I'll know momentarily, but I just don't know at the moment, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, if I want to be cautiously optimistic and we schedule it for the 19th, I can know by Friday if that's going to work or not, Judge.
Let's do the 18th.
Okay.
It's not on my side day, but I can make it work. And so
What time?
Let's do 1:30.
Okay, Judge.
And I'll let the court know Friday, Judge, definitively what the trial is looking like.
Okay, this is case 23056830101, Ethan versus Sierra Marie Jones. Back on the record, there's been an issue with the date. So we're going to move that date to March 18th at 1:30 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Happy birthday again.
Yep.
Thank you. Mr. Schlaf.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here on Spencer.
I am.
Okay, this call switch.
Calling case number 2306-044701, people of the state of Michigan versus Calvin Spencer, and is charged in counts 1 through 8. Criminal sexual conduct, first degree, counts 9 through 11. Criminal sexual conduct, second degree, defendant has a habitual offender with offense notice mandatory 25-year sentence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tina Ripley on behalf of the people, P83688.
And good morning, Your Honor. For the record, James Schlaf on behalf of Mr. Spencer.
All right.
If I may, Your Honor.
Yes.
I'm going to ask for a short adjournment of this hearing. I just received word from the court that you were scheduling it for today. I think it was yesterday. I would like an opportunity to go over things with Mr. Spencer, which has been a problem. I will try to get a Zoom date. Is it possible to do it on Mondays rather than today?
Possible to do what? On this coming Monday?
We're here for the competency report.
Oh. Well, I won't be here next week.
Well, I think for these purposes, your substitute could deal with it. Unless you want to do it when you come back. I have no problems with that either.
Okay, we'll put it over to March 11th at 8:30.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. Now, was that Mr. Spencer that I saw very briefly in the jail?
No, that was Ms. Gershback's client.
So, if you can find out from your court personnel whether he's been cooperating by coming, to the camera and let me know later, I would appreciate that.
Oh, is this the gentleman that?
Yes.
Dedicating himself and that type of stuff?
Yes.
So you still haven't talked to him?
I've been having problems connecting with him. I tried by Zoom and that's going to be a problem too, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Did we get a report back?
We did. And that's why you scheduled it for today.
They found him competent or not competent?
They found him competent.
Really?
Really. And that's why I really need to speak to him some more. I really speak to him.
Understood. So that gives you plenty of time to arrange that.
Right. Thank you.
All right.
Take care, all. And I'm sorry that I was late this morning.
No problem. I appreciate the heads up.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Judge.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, yes, sir. This is Judge Kenneth. I was interested. I think you spoke to me earlier. I was interested in what 75. Yes, sir. How much, can she get up this over? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be, because I'm still, I'm not sure. Oh, hey.
Okay. Your Honor, Mr. Banks is at the old jail, but some of the inmates damaged some of the video equipment. So as soon as they can figure something out, they'll get it off. Have the time on their hands.
Just treat them better.
Huh?
I thought they just brought him in, because I just put her in the waiting room.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's here.
Just I'll see you in a second. Oh, I think so. I hope so.
Ms. Brush, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ready. Ready on Banks.
Currently, case number 2106-2744-1. People of the state of Michigan versus Banks. Defendant is charged in counts 1 and 2, harmful devices, unlawful possession or use. Count 3, assault with a dangerous weapon.
Attorneys, for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Summers Brush, PIN number 85828, appearing on behalf of Anthony Banks, who is present via Zoom today. Mr. Banks, please state your name for the record.
I muted him because there was so much noise coming. I acknowledge that Mr. Banks is present. What's your question? What's your pleasure, counsel?
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. We'd ask to set this for an in-person preliminary examination. And I would like to note that we do need digital discovery from the people.
And how was March 11th at 12:30?
One moment. March 11th works.
All right, March 11th at 12:30, bond will be continued.
Your Honor, if I could address Mr. Banks' bond briefly.
Go ahead.
He is currently awaiting a tether from the tether unit. It has been quite a long wait thus far. Right now, he has an address that he can go to, 8585 Kentucky Street. But
the holdup was that he didn't have an address that he could be tethered to. I have a tether ineligibility notification from the Wayne County Jail.
Yes, and that is the address that he intends to go to stay at. I'm asking, due to the tether ineligibility, that he be released without a tether. Of course, should not go to have any contact with the complainant in this case. But this is an older case. It's 2021 case. This house this place that he can stay at is with his mom and his sister. And based on my conversation with Mr. Banks, sorry, Your Honor.
So why he tethered there?
He can't. He just said that they can't contact anyone. They can't get into contact with anyone. Mr. Banks doesn't know his mom's and sister's numbers, so the tether unit can't communicate with them to confirm that he can stay there. Because of his relationship with them.
That doesn't mean he can go there.
No.
Have you talked to mom or sister, sir? Have you talked to your mom or sister, sir?
Sir, my phone is in my property. Is in my property. All my numbers is is inside the jail. I can't get no number.
So you don't know your
all my numbers. I hide my phone in the jail, but I can't get no number.
You don't know your mother's.
I got the numbers where I could reach them.
You don't know your mother's phone number by heart?
No, sir, cause this is the new phone I have. I got it in the property though.
Doesn't matter what your new phone is, you should know your mother's number.
I don't know about her.
You don't know anybody's number?
I don't know anybody's number by heart. That's why I said I needed the phone.
That's really sad.
That's crazy.
I used to, before all these cell phone phones, I used to know mother's number, grandmother's number, aunt's number, uncle's numbers, everybody's numbers programmed in my memory. You don't know anybody's phone number.
I don't know nobody's number. Not on hand like that, sir.
Well, that's going to be a problem, Ms. Brush, because I'm not going to release him from the tether obligations. When he can get in touch with mom or sister and verify where he's going to stay, then he can be tethered to that location. But until then, I'm going to err on the side of caution for the protection of the community.
So how can I get the number out the phone?
Mr. Banks, I'll do some investigative. I'll get my investigators on this, so we can try to get in communication with them. Okay.
You say what?
I'm gonna see you in jail, and we'll get my investigator to try to figure out the numbers so that we can reach them. Okay.
So how long that's gonna take?
Hopefully not too long, Mr. Banks.
So I'm gonna be here for another week, huh? This for a number.
Thank you, Ms. Brush. Have a good day.
You too. I'll talk to you soon, Mr. Banks. Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone.
So what's going on? What's going on?
Your preliminary examination date is set for March 11th. But we're
So I
gonna
gotta
try to
stay
get,
here until March.
we're gonna
I
try
gotta
to get
stay
in,
here.
we're gonna
I
try
can't
to
hear
get in
you.
communicate, we're gonna try to get in communication with the people that we need to get in with your mom and your sister before then, so we can get you out on tether, okay?
Is it gonna be today?
It's gonna be as soon as we can. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm on it.
God damn, man.
Okay, you're all set. Bye. Let's go. Brother sent me water. Now I got Spartan socks. Thank you, Loretta. Appreciate you. I said, thank you very much, Coretta, for the socks and the water. Rest assured, we put to good use, both will.
I can report that what is the issue is the case. Are you? Oh, no, I recall the case, yeah, I do know the case, yeah. Yeah. Yes, please, this is your, yes, this one.
Good morning.
Hi, Sonia. What can I do for you?
Good morning, Judge King, and happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Of course. I was told that Kristen Cartwright had a 11 o'clock Zoom competency, I guess, hearing of some sort with Gabi Silver. They had apparently been emailing back and forth. Attorney Cartwright is currently in trial, so I offered to step in for her. And let me tell you which case it's on. It was for Jasmine Bell. I think Gabi Silver was asking for it to be on the court's calendar today for some issue with the doctor's availability.
Oh, I don't think it made it to the docket. Arnita stepped away, but she didn't tell me anything about it.
Okay. I will essentially, like, I can hang out for a few more minutes and see if you guys need me. Otherwise, I will log off and just tell Kristen that it didn't move forward today.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. No problem. Thank you.
Are you here on Allen?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. I have a Marshall here.
Yeah, I'm covering for him.
Covering for Marshall.
Yes.
Good morning, how are you? Rebecca, nice to meet you. That's what I'm told.
Yes. All five. Are you ready?
Yes,
We're
Your
gonna
Honor.
James Douglas Allen II. Calling case 2455731, people of the state of Michigan versus James Douglas Allen II. Defendant is charged in count 1, unlawful imprisonment, count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 3, domestic violence. And as an official from the second offense notice, appears for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
Good morning, Rebecca. GFLP 62311 on behalf of Mr. James Allen. I am standing in for the attorney of record, Mr. Hugh Marshall. Is that with your permission, sir?
There's a date time set for preliminary examination. Are people ready to proceed?
Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed with prosecution as without the defendants as the plaintiff witnesses.
I ask for dismissal of Ms. Marion.
So ordered. The court will dismiss this matter without prejudice. I just need a dismissal order.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Silver.
Yes, today's the day. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Do you have a song for me?
No, there's too many people. I'll just call you.
Come on, Ms. Silver, go for it.
No, I'm shy. I'm a quiet kind of person. Shy.
Wonderful singing voice.
Oh no, I wish I did.
Okay, so what's up?
You guys asked us to sign in Jasmine Bell. We're not able to do, although I need Miss Cartwright.
I'm here for her.
Oh, we're not able to do Miss Bell's competency hearing on the day that was picked because my doctor is out of the country.
What day did we pick?
We picked the 15th, March 15th at 1:30.
When does the doctor come back?
Hold on. I sent you guys an email yesterday. One moment. Let me look. You think I can remember from yesterday to today?
You actually expect me to return my emails?
I expect Arnitha. She knows everything.
It says she doesn't return until March 25th, I think in the email that you sent, Ms. Silver.
Yes.
When does she leave, Ms. Silver?
She is leaving. Gosh, for crying out loud. Hold on, let me find her email. She's leaving on March 14th.
Are you available the 11th, 12th, or 13th?
I'm starting a trial on the 11th. That's the problem. And I know we tried to schedule for next week, but I think you're gone next week. So.
And I'm sorry, she comes back when?
She comes back on the 24th.
Okay, what about the 25th?
Judge, I'm starting a trial that day. I could do later that week. I could do, the 29th is Good Friday, right?
And I do know that Kristen, she sent me 2 dates she's not available, and the 29th is one of those dates.
Of course, not open on Good Friday anyway.
We could do it the 27th if we did it later in the afternoon. I should be done with my trial by that morning, I'm hoping.
30?
Hold on, I have to look. She told me, oh no, she said Tuesday and Wednesdays are the worst. She can do Mondays, Thursdays, or Friday afternoons. I think she sees patients on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Could we do the 28th in the afternoon?
28th at 1:30?
Sure. Let me
I
just.
thought you were going to say another S word.
What?
I thought you were about to say another S word, because that sure came out kind of funny.
No, we can do 1:30 on the 28th. I'm just going to email her to confirm, and I guess we have to confirm with the forensic center doctor as well.
I think I did hear someone say the S word.
So I was sorry, I was just trying to look to see what Kristen sent me. And I'm not sure. She said for some reason it has to be a Friday, but I'm not sure why. So we can schedule it for the 28th, and if for some reason she can't make it, we'll see if someone else can maybe stand in her place. I'm not sure.
For who? The doctor?
No, for Kristen.
Oh.
Okay, so can you do a stipulated order to adjourn it to March 28th at 1:30? Either one of you will be fine.
I'll do it, Judge, as soon as we get confirmation back from the doctors that date is good. So, Sona, if you could let me know.
Yes, I will. I will let Kristen know and make sure that that's okay with her as well.
Okay. And the doctor when I give the order. Okay. Have a great birthday.
Thank you. I'm disappointed.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That's it. Bye.
That was great. Sign her up.
Oh, yeah. Have a good week off too, Judge.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Sullivan fits, and it's a wrap. It's hard to start. Oh,
David.
Mr. Kurtz is coming in for that. For substitute counsel.
That's great.
How you doing, Mr. Cripps?
Hi, Judge, how are you?
All right.
Yeah, I saw. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Don't forget about it, John, about 12:30. Right here.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Please, God.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna try to be that way.
All right. We're ready on Pitts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pitts, tell me the first name. Spell it. Pronounce it.
Naiwan.
Naiwan. Calling case 1-9-573-06, people of the state of Michigan versus Naiwan Leo Pitts. Defendant discharged in count 1 home invasion, first degree, count 2 assault with a dangerous weapon, count 3 domestic violence. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Diana Lynch on behalf of the people, P84589.
Hey, good morning, Judge David Cripps, P 34972, appearing on behalf of my client, Mr. Naiwan Leo Pitts, is standing to my left. Tell the judge your name, please.
Naiwan Leo Pitts. Today's the date and time set for preliminary examination. Are people ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, the people are.
How many witnesses?
We have one.
Any preliminary matters before you call your witness?
None at all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Call your witness.
Your Honor, the people would call Sydney Harden. Stand.
And please step forward, give your name and spelling of your name to the young lady seated there. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness box right next to me. Just pull that door and have a seat. There's going to be a microphone to your left. On that long stick there, you can pick the base of that up and place it in your lap so you can speak directly into it. Not too close though, because we do a lot of blowback. Okay, begin when you're ready.
Yes, I am. Good morning. Good morning, Nana. Would you state your name and spell it for the record again, please?
Sydney Hardy, SIDNEY,
Thank you. Yeah. Today I'm going to be asking you some questions. If you don't understand something, if you want me to repeat it, simply ask, and I will clarify all of that for you, all right? And you may get interrupted if there's feedback coming from the microphone. Make sure that you speak up with a yes or a no, with an affirmative speech as opposed to shaking your head.
Yes.
I want to bring your attention back to the date of February 24th, 2019. Do you remember that date?
Yes.
Okay, and where were you on that date?
I was at home.
And what is the specific address?
9146 Cheyenne Street,
And what city is that in?
Detroit, Michigan, 48228.
And is that in the county of Wayne?
Yes.
And whose address is that?
That was my address. My foster parent owns the house.
I didn't hear the last word.
Judy Mock owns the house.
And that's a foster parent?
I didn't hear the last word.
Mock.
How do you know the defendant?
We dated.
Do you have any children with the defendant?
I have 3.
Does anyone live with you at that address in Detroit?
At the time, it was just me and my 3 children.
And for identification purposes, do you see Mr. Naiwan Gibbs in the courtroom?
Yes.
And for the court, would you please point out to where he's sitting or state where he's sitting and what identification clothing he's wearing?
He's sitting to the right of me, wearing a gray shirt and bright black pants.
Your Honor, please let the record reflect that the witnesses identified the defendant Naiwan Gibbs.
So no.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you tell me what happened on February 24th, 2019?
I was at home with my at the time my 2 daughters, one wasn't even one. I think she was probably like a couple months. Me and my 1-year-old was sleeping on the couch. Before the actual talk happened, I had received a text, and the person stated, which was
Objection is to hearsay, Your Honor.
Naiwan Pitts stated.
All right, so madam, let's go back for a minute. You're laying on the sofa, and then what happened next?
911 Pitts sent me a text message.
Okay, hang on a second, everything you're saying. Could you tell, so
You
you're
said 911 Pitts.
911 Pitts?
911 Pitts.
Okay. That's.
How do you know it was 911 Pitts that sent you a text message?
At the time, he had a 248 number, and he had threatened me from his number for about a week.
So how do you know it was him that was sending these threats?
Because he was calling, texting, like, you don't
When you
have.
called, did you hear his voice?
Yes.
You recognize it to be
Yes,
his
sir.
voice?
Yes.
And you received numerous messages? from
Numerous messages, calls. Then, like the day before, I went to the police station, the police even answered the phone and told him about the threat.
All right.
No. Objection to what the police did.
That's his thing. Okay.
So, Ann, can you tell me, you said that you received the text messages?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a copy of those text messages?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you provide a copy of those text messages?
Oh, I don't have the text messages because the Facebook that I had at the time, I'm like, I don't, but I have recent text messages from stalking now.
Objection as to relevancy.
That's fine, I agree. So you're in the house, then what happened next?
I received the text message, he said I was going to. need
Objection
help.
as to, objection, there's still no foundation on that text message.
She said that she received text messages from someone reporting to be your client. She heard his voice used from the same phone number.
On that day, I don't think that was.
On that day.
I didn't hear the number.
It was a 248 number that he had for a very long time.
That's just an
You
area
can
code.
Google this number.
It's just an area code without a foundation as to
You
even.
recognize the number at that time?
I've looked it up on Google, and it shows 911 had that number, and that number is the number that he had threatened from.
Or do you recognize the number when you received the phone call?
Yes, yes, sir.
It was the same.
It was the same number.
But you don't remember the number?
I don't remember the
Right.
full number, but I remember 248 and 7. When I seen it, when I did do a Google search, you know, I would show people's numbers and stuff like that, and look under the number, that number is on.
So same objection, lack of foundation.
I probably did Google search, but overruled as it relates to her receiving numerous messages from the defendant. You never received.
Thank you, Ryan. So after that, what happened next?
I seen my porch light was off, so I seen like a dark figure coming to the window. When the dark figure got to the window, it crashed through the window.
Could you recognize who that dark figure was before it came through the
Not
window?
until it came into the window.
Okay, and was the window open or closed?
No, the window was not open, closed, anything. It was winter time, so it was closed. And it had plastic on it.
Okay. All right, continue. And what
So,
happened next?
He came through the window and I jumped up, like.
Excuse me, who came through the window?
911 Pitts came through the window.
How did you know it was coming?
Because he was like, oh, you thought I wasn't coming?
And let me stop you there. So he came in the house. Did you have lights on in the house?
No, not in the front room.
Was there any light at all that you would be able to discern from the dark figure to when he came in the house?
The dining room area had a light.
Okay.
We were in the front room.
Could you see his face or were you only able to?
He had all black on that day and then he had like a hoodie on, but I could see his face.
And you identified that as?
911 Pitts.
And what happened next?
He proceeded to attack me.
So the window, what happened with the window? How did he get?
He bust through.
Okay. Did you give him permission to come into the house?
No.
Were you expecting him that day?
No.
And then what happened next?
Came through the window, I was trying to protect myself, because he like charged at me. So requiring, like I said, throughout that week, I was already scared, so I had to hide knives in different houses. So when he beat me up so bad, it was Love Seat house sitting right next to the window that he came through. And he had me over it punching me in my face, so I was like covering my face. And I was able to grab the knife that was like stuck in the couch. When I reached back to try to stab him, he stopped assaulting me and went back out the window.
And what window did he leave?
At the same window he came through.
Okay, could you tell me, was there any debris in the floor after he left?
The whole house was destroyed. I had a dining room table that was destroyed, glass was everywhere.
It was like, it looked like someone robbed me, but it was an altercation.
So you said that you have knives hidden in your house. What happened were there any knives that you were able to access at that time?
There was one, and that was the one I was able to, I didn't know if I stabbed him or not. But when the police came, we just could only find the handle because there was so much going on with them attacking me. So when the police were checking the house, we could only find the handle to the knife.
Hey, I'd like to go back a little bit. You said that you were laying on the sofa with a child. Where was the child when all of this occurred?
I guess my baby, like, it was happening so quick, so I didn't know if she like went to the back with her. My son was 7 at the time, so I think she had left and went to the back with her brother. Cause 2 of them were in the back and my 1-year-old was in front of me, asleep on the couch.
So I'd like to go back to where you were, you said you, about when you were on the sofa and that he hit you. Can you tell me what happened specifically at that time?
When I was on the sofa, he had me bent over and just kept lodging his fist into my face and into my head and pulling my hair and telling me that he was going to kill me.
At any time, was he using a weapon on you?
No.
Did he get the knife out of your hand?
It was so much going on, I don't know.
So then, to be very clear, can you tell me whether or not you were assaulted with a knife?
I wasn't assaulted.
Thank you. All right, so you said that you were hit and assaulted.
Yes.
Did you go to the hospital? Did you seek medical attention?
I made a police report.
But
I did not go to the hospital. I was that terrified.
And what was the condition of your body or your face when you were assaulted?
I had black eyes, I had bruises, I had 4 bruised ribs, and I finally did go to the hospital probably a couple of days after I was able to leave the location because I was so scared. They told me I had 4 bruised ribs, I had black eyes.
Hearsay.
Okay, could you tell me what you experienced?
4 bruised ribs, a black eye, scars and stuff on my face. As you can see, my hair is long. He took all my hair out. So at the time, my hair probably came to my face from the altercation. After he pulled all my hair out, assaulted me, it was really bad.
No further questions, Your Honor, at this time.
Thank you. Ma'am, could I have your complete name, please?
Sidney Cortland Hardy.
You have to slow down.
Sidney Cortland Hardy.
And within the last 10 years, have you been convicted of a felony or misdemeanor involving theft, dishonesty, or false statement, such as welfare fraud?
Welfare fraud, no.
Have you been convicted within the last 10 years of felony or misdemeanor involving theft, dishonesty, or false statement?
No.
Okay, so as I understand, your testimony just took place back on February 19th, February 24, 2019, is that correct?
Yes.
And at this location, isn't it true that Mr. Pitts was living with you?
No, it wasn't.
Isn't it true that he had clothing there?
No, it wasn't.
Isn't it true that he had mail delivered there?
No, it wasn't.
And that you're lying about that today?
That's hearsay from you.
I'm sorry.
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
Yes. Mr. Pitts had been there a number of times prior to the date of this.
To watch his children.
Mr. Pitts had been there a number of times.
The agreement was for Mr. Taiwan Pitts to watch his children so I can work. He did not live with me. He was supposed to be there to watch his children. He tried to force me to be in a relationship. Other than that, he did not live with me. Judy Mock, again, is my foster parent. She can inform you that he was not on the lease and he was not to live there. No one was supposed to live there but me and my children. So the only thing that my bitch was doing was taking care of his kids.
But he would stay overnight to take care of his kids.
Because I work nights.
I'm sorry, I understand.
I work nights.
Sure. You got a good reason for it, but he did stay there
He
overnight.
did only the days that I had to work nights. He was there with his children, not sitting,
With your permission,
to watch his kids, yes.
with your permission, then.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, there came a time where, you wanted him out of the house, is that correct?
Yes.
Because you were, involved in a new relationship.
No, that's not true.
Who was a person named Brian? Bryan?
Brian is my youngest daughter's father now.
Right, and you were involved in a relationship with him after Mr. Pitts, isn't that correct?
I've been knowing Brian since I was in 8th grade, so that was not after, it was before, but he was a friend then. I could never be in a real relationship because Nylon likes to stalk and taunt at anything I did.
Appreciate all that extra, but all I was asking, isn't it true you had a relationship?
Not at that time.
With Mr. With Brian, what's Brian's last name?
Wilkes.
Wilkes, after Mr. Pitts?
Not at that time.
You had a child with Mr. Wilkes after Mr. Pitts, isn't that correct?
And
This is relevant to-
right,
Okay.
that's what I'm, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Did you send a text message to my client saying, quote, since you're so worried about who I'm still sleeping with, I FaceTimed Brian, he never went nowhere, but you had to go. Did you send that text message?
I do not remember a text message like that.
You don't deny it or something, did you?
I never sent a text message like
Did
that.
you were saying he had to go, you wanted him out of the house and out of your life?
For the years that I messed with Nylon, he had to go. So if that was the question, I'm very lost on what you're trying to say. I didn't send that text message. I don't remember even saying something like that. But your client is on here. So I think that's where we're getting at. I don't know.
Well, let's get to the incident itself. Did you ever make a handwritten statement regarding this incident?
I've been to court due to all of this before and now about him abusing me.
Thank you, that wasn't my question.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Did you make a handwritten
No,
statement
I did
regarding
not.
this incident that took place back in February
When I made a
2019?
police report,
Did you make a handwritten statement?
a police report, that's all I did. The day it happened, I made a police report. I didn't write anything to no one,
All right,
other than the police.
let me rephrase it. Did the police officer take a statement from you that
Yes.
and have you sign?
Yes,
All right, great, what copy of that, please? I don't have that discovery.
Yes, me? I don't know.
Well, I was asking.
I only have, so, Your Honor, I only have the documentation that's provided from 2019. There are different materials that we have. As other council may be aware, in 2019, we have different procedures now where we collect electronic evidence. We do not have any electronic evidence in this case.
I wasn't asking for electronic evidence, I asked for the statement that she said she just signed regarding this incident.
I didn't say I just signed anything. So you're talking about recently, nothing was just signed, but I do have on my person, with multiple police reports now. That happened, when you don't have electronically, this is all of what I have reported because they told me to report every time he had assaulted.
What I'm asking for, Your Honor, is a copy of the statement she said she signed regarding this incident that took place on February 24th.
Do you have a copy of that?
I should, in my stack that I have.
Okay, why don't you take a look?
Thank you, Your Honor. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Thank you.
These are police reports.
That's what I have. All of this.
I was looking for a statement.
That's all I have.
That you signed.
That's all I have. But I made a police report.
Do you recall ever signing any?
When I talked to the judge, the only thing I did sign, he has a paper that they just sent me recently. asking all the things that happened and how they impact my life. That was the only thing I,
Impact victim impact
yeah,
statement.
that was the only thing I felt out, and I did actually. I did.
Now, it's your testimony that you were asleep on the couch.
Yes.
Did you been drinking any alcohol?
No, sir.
Smoking any marijuana?
No.
And isn't it true that Mr. Pitts was in the house, staying in the house at that time?
No, sir.
So your testimony is that he came through a window?
He came through a window.
Which window?
At
was
the
that?
time, I want to say weeks before that, 911 had been put out because I quit my job because of the abuse.
Thank you for all that. Which window is what I was asking?
The front window was 3 front windows, 3 different windows came through the very first window.
In that report you just showed me, is there any, you said in the report that you woke up and he was standing next to the couch?
Yes. He came
So,
through the window, he was
you
standing
didn't-
next to a couch.
You didn't tell the police you ever saw him coming through the window in that report.
I did watch him come through the window, and I did say that.
Thank you. That's not the question. The question is, nowhere in that report, the report you made, is it ever reflected my client ever came in through a window?
If it doesn't say it in the report, that's what's in the report, but that's what happened.
I'm asking you whether you told the police that.
I did tell them that. I told them everything that happened as far as, a drastic thing happening to someone and remembering what happened when someone else lost it. So I told them everything in that moment.
All right, so was the window already open then?
No, the window was not. It was February.
All right, so there wasn't glass, there was just plastic?
It was glass. Cold outside, you put plastic on the window.
Wait a
So
second.
we put plastic over the whole thing of the window. It came through the glass window and the plastic. So it was plastic there, like, you do the duct work. And it's cold outside and you do your plastic work, that was over the window. They came through the window and you heard the glass shatter. And it let in the whole plastic thing broke too.
And it's your testimony you told the police that.
I told them everything that happened.
I'm asking about that fact.
What did you say? I'm
You
sorry.
told the police that about the plastic
Yes,
window
I
here coming
did.
into the
They
window?
seen it. Yes, I did.
All right.
They seen it and they took their report, they seen it.
Except for it's not in the report, the one you had.
I'm not a police officer, so I feel like you're very antagonizing versus, a victim having something happen to them and then you attack that it didn't happen.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now, you said he came in to the couch where you were?
He came in the window and the cops already sitting where he came in.
Cut that mic. You talk about.
Is your testimony that he struck you with his fist?
Yes.
There's nowhere in that police report you provided to me.
I'm not a police officer again, so if they didn't put in their report, they take the report from.
All right, so
Tell them what happened.
if your sworn testimony, you told Officer Michael Scott that, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, as you were talking with the police, you told them that Mr. Pitts left with his son, is that correct?
His son, yeah, he has a son that's named after him.
Right. Who was at that house, correct?
No, his son wasn't there that night. It was only my 3 children there. I didn't say that.
But did you tell them that after this occurred, that you looked outside and observed Mr. Pitts walking southbound on Cheyenne?
With his child.
With his
he had
son,
child with him.
Dewan Pitts Jr.?
Right, he had his child with him. The child wasn't at the house with me.
So the child came in the house with him?
No, I guess he left him outside, but when I'm being assaulted, I'm looking for a child.
No, you were honest with the police about everything.
Exactly, so his child was there because he had an ox car.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
You were honest with the police about everything?
Everything.
You told us today that you were injured?
I told him today.
No, you told us today on the record that you were injured?
I was.
Did you tell Officer Michael Scott, quote, Ms. Harden stated she was not injured, end of quote? You tell the officer that?
He told me to take pictures of my.
You're not answering my question. Did you
I
tell
know,
him that
it
you
had-
were, stop, one at a time, so you don't
Yeah,
care.
wow.
Did you tell him you were not in?
I don't remember. It's 4 years ago.
If I were showing, and it's in your statement there, if I may approach.
Yeah, please show me. Thank you.
Same report that you just handed me 10 minutes ago.
The same, you say a lot of things aren't getting.
No, the one I'm saying, Ms. Hart stated she was not injured.
That's what you're saying.
That's what you told the police.
But like I said, if you're being assaulted, I'm telling them as much as I know from a scary situation.
Not asking for your rationale, I'm asking, did you tell the police that arrest? Did you tell them?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered.
No, I haven't got an answer.
Hold on a second. Do you recall telling the police?
I
that?
don't remember.
Okay.
A lot
She
happened.
doesn't remember. Next question.
Thank you.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Can you read your?
Yes, Your Honor. Were you asked, to the best of your recollection, to sign or to write a handwritten statement on or around September 24th, 2019 by the police department?
I don't remember.
And when you're describing the window, could you go over if what was going on with the plastic on the window and was there glass?
The plastic on the window, probably, before that, I had already been busting out with it. But the window I had got fixed, so it's like, you know how you have a picture window, but instead of it being an actual whole glass, it's three windows there, it was that type of window. So we had, like, a week before they had left out the middle.
Just
I had
as
it
to relevancy, Your Honor. Week before.
I had it fixed, and then the plastic was put over the window to keep the cold air out. And then the window that came through was the far right side, and that window wasn't damaged until we came through it that night.
Thank you. And you stated in, or the police report indicates that you were not injured.
Right.
Well, it indicates she said she was.
Because I didn't want to go to the hospital. They didn't pick me up. It's multiple police reports where it's been times that we came.
So let me just interrupt you there, excuse me. When you said in 2019 that you were not injured, what did you take that to mean? You said you were not injured.
I told them that because I didn't want to go to, I just left. I'm moving to record after that.
Okay, but at that time when you made the police report,
yes,
you said you were not injured.
Right.
But what did that mean to you when you said that?
For me, I just said, because I wanted to get out of here. Like I was that scared of the situation.
Thank you very much.
So I told them that.
That's fine. Thank you, madam. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Oh, I do have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Did the defendant have a key to your house?
No.
Did he have any clothes at your house?
So you can wear my clothes.
Did he have any clothes or kids at your house?
No, like other than what he brought, like to babysit my kids, that would go back with him.
He didn't leave any clothes at your house? Okay.
And it wasn't, that was, the agreement was for him to help me, watch his kids and I can go to work.
Okay, okay.
You would bring things and then you are to take your things with you.
All right, understood. And on this particular occasion, you didn't have permission to be at your house?
No.
Thank you. Questions based on my question?
Yes, you said that Mr. Pitts would bring his clothes to your house, is that correct?
Yes.
That's so he could change his clothes, I assume?
I mean, I was assuming something was going to, clean up. And they're in there all night with their children and clean up,
Right.
change your clothes, yeah.
So that was because he would stay overnight to watch the children while you went to work?
Yeah.
Leading all the way up to this date?
That day, he was not.
Leading up to
So,
this date?
like I told you, again, I quit the job, he used to take my car. I quit the job and we got to a car crash in my car, so I wasn't able to get to work. So there's no reason for you to be there if I don't need to be able to get it. because I don't have a job anymore. So I said to him, you cannot be here, I don't need you to make for kids anymore. So we hadn't been there in weeks, he just kept coming by to us, I'll think this assault, all type of other stuff like that. Other than that, no, he was not supposed to be there. If I'm not going to work, I don't need to be there.
When was it, on your roles here, when was it you lost your job?
I lost my job when I got to a car crash.
What date was it?
I was in, I want to say it was probably 2 weeks before I actually got.
I don't, what,
I was in gold Jeep at the time.
what month are we talking?
This is all in February.
February
Yeah, I worked.
2019?
Yeah. All in February.
So it could have been after February 24th.
No.
What?
I worked at a, like a parts factory in Plymouth.
What was
So this is all in that time.
What was the name of it?
We did airbags on the car, it's like prosthetic something.
The name of it?
I cannot remember, it was 4 years ago.
You said you got treatment as a result of this incident?
A couple days later, yes.
Where?
At Henry Hospital, I would say,
Which location?
downtown where I used to work.
Nothing for.
Thank you, ma'am. You may start. Any other witnesses for the people?
None, Your Honor.
Any witnesses for the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor, let's see if the witnesses are.
Remove your hat.
That's it, Johnny.
Your hat. Please give your name and spelling to the court reporter.
Thank you.
Your name and spelling to the court reporter.
Sean Harden.
Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Please have a seat. The witness box right next to me. Voice up nice and loud so we can hear you, okay? You may begin.
In a loud and clear voice, tell us your name, please.
Sean Harden.
And do you know a person by the name of Sydney Harden?
Yes.
And who is that?
My daughter.
Do you see the person seated here in the courtroom at the defense counsel table?
Yes.
And who is that?
9-1.
Last name?
I can't remember his last name.
Or how do you know 9-1?
I dated my daughter for several years.
That would be Sydney Harden.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to direct your attention back to February 24th, 2019. Did Sydney Harden live at 9146 Cheyenne, the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And your knowledge, did Mr. Pitts also live there at that address?
My knowledge, yes.
And did Mr. Pitts stay overnight there, leave his clothing as far as you knew?
As far as I knew, we lived there.
Okay.
How would you
I have a 13-year-old, and because the family is estranged, I let my 13-year-old go over there, and as mothers do, I ask 99 questions. Because I do have grandchildren there too.
So you know by way of hearsay, by way of, what's your 13-year-old?
There was a man standing in the door, and I couldn't see him very well, and I asked my daughter, who is that to be making that? She said, Mom, that's Naywan. And I had a couple comments, and my daughter asked me, could she spend the night? And I explained to my daughter, because I don't know him that way, no, you can't spend the night.
So what makes you think?
Because he had been there, other children had visited, my other daughter had visited, and she was older, and we had discussions about being that he was the father of one child, but not the father of the other two children. Just mother-in-law discussions, you can imagine what we did.
Nothing further.
No questions for students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is she free to leave now?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
No, that's it.
Your Honor, first, based on the testimony that we heard today, I would request that count 2 be dismissed. There was no indication that Mr. Pitt wielded a knife on the defendant, and I don't think this was representative of the testimony that we heard today. And as to the remainder, the people moved to bind over this defendant to the third district court for the remaining charges, and I was urgent.
Yes, Your Honor, I don't believe that there's been sufficient evidence to establish a home invasion during the first degree. Because my client was staying there, and
the plain witness said it wasn't.
yes, but you can take what she said with a grain of salt. Her credibility is in question here.
Also,
well, she said that she told the police that she wasn't injured at all. She described today this story about all these bruises and rib injuries. So we know that those two can't coexist together. And when a witness is trapped in a matter like that, where her credibility is in question, everything she says is in question. Now, she did admit that my client would stay overnight with her permission multiple times when she was working. So he would stay over there. He would bring his clothing with him, and sometimes wear her clothing. That was her sworn testimony. And I don't know what can speak much louder than the complainant's own mother, who testified based on, as mothers know a lot about things. It is her testimony that in fact Mr. Pitts was living there at the time this occurred. We believe that everything else that's testified to by the complainant is a fabrication to get back at my client. That in fact he was there at that dwelling with her permission. Something happened between the two, but we don't believe it's been established that there in fact was a home invasion. So we'd ask that that count be dismissed.
The witness testified that the window was broken, that the defendant did not have a key to the property, and that he was no longer to stay at the house. She also testified that the clothing was brought in, here from her testimony, that he brought it as he came, only to change it because his clothes would get dirty taking care of young children. The mother's testimony, according to what she said, the only thing I think that was not hearsay was that she had an estranged relationship with the daughter, and she was not in conversations with the daughter of the witness, and she has no firsthand knowledge from what occurred and who was living at that house. As far as the window being broken into, it's from the testimony, it is evidentiary that he broke into the window, it was broken, there was a plastic covering over the window on the outside, and that he entered in through a broken window as he took the key.
In addition to that, he allegedly not only came through the window, but that he assaulted her once inside. Court finds also that people have not been converted to public causes relates to count 2, the felonious assault, and that there was no testimony at all that this defendant assaulted her with a knife. So the court will dismiss count 2. As it relates to count 1, however, the home invasion and first degree, I didn't find anything inherently incredible about this witness's testimony. In fact, I thought she testified quite credibly. She indicates that the defendant would stay at her house from time to time to watch his kids. Choose not to use the word babysit. It's your own kid involved. You don't babysit your own kid. But as it relates to staying there to watch this kid while she's at work, that was the only time the permission was granted for him to stay there. She said that once that permission was revoked and that she didn't need him anymore to watch this kid because she no longer had the job that required her to be away from home at night, that the defendant then began to do other things. Ultimately came through her window and insulted her. Court also heard from her mother, who says that she believed that the defendant lived with her daughter. However, it sounds like the information that she received was from her children. She had no firm evidence or proof that the defendant did in fact live with her. Even if she did, or someone told her that yes, he stays here, it would be a question of fact to be determined by a trier. That the court is satisfied that people that their burden from the cause as relates to counts 1 and 3. The court finding those charges were committed in the city. The court finding probable cause to believe this defendant committed. It will be bound over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court Criminal Division for further proceedings. His arraignment on the information date and time will be March 13th, 2024 at 9:00 a.m.
Thank you, Honor.
Thank you.
That concludes the docket for today. See you March 11th. Me anyway, March 11th, 2024. Same bat station, same bat time. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yes, sir. About to get it popping now. Full, right, Rob? Always full of folks. Really?
Well, Miss Kitty keep asking me every 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I go give her the good news. Yeah.
Good day, everybody. I better go get the food then. See you, Judge. All right, have a good one, Mr. Cripps. Scan, this